Alright, hello and welcome back, you absolute losers. So, here we are, once again, with taking every single SMG in Black Ops 7 to round 50. This time around, we are using the Dravec 45. And a big ups to W Energy for being a partner to the channel. You can use code IDK15 to get 10% off any of your orders, or use the link in the description. With all that being said, I will get the fuck out of your goddamn way. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Let's get into this shit. So, fixing the first power line, then the next power line. Turning on the Modus, grabbing the admin keycard, opening the admin room and grabbing the cock drop controller, initiating the sync, and then eventually getting Pack-a-Punch 1, and then we can start fully setting up, getting our perks, and then upgrading our rarity to green rarity, perks being Jug, Quick Revive, Deadshot, and Vulture's Aid. I get the same perks every time because those ones are the ones that feel most useful to me in the early game. And then moving up to blue rarity, Pack-a-Punch 2, and then purple rarity, and then Pack-a-Punch tier 3. Also, Rampage Inducer was turned off at round 20. I forgot to show that. My fault, and I also don't really fucking care. So now we are just killing zombies in front of the lighthouse until we get legendary rarity, and then we are maxed out. So let's talk about the gun just a little bit. So I'm not sure if I'm just like a little bit crazy at all, but it genuinely felt like the moment after I Pack-a-Punch the gun that its fire rate slowed down. Obviously you're seeing it with Pack-a-Punch and double tap, so like it might be back up to speed, but I don't know, man. It just felt like it was a lot slower, and maybe that is its Pack-a-Punch ability, because it does deal, right, legendary rarity, Pack-a-Punch 3, like, at your closest range. I think I saw it dealing, it was either a little bit below 1,200 damage, or I'm sorry, 12,000 damage, I think. So maybe they did slow down the fire rate when it's Pack-a-Punch, because that is, based off of what I can remember, right, the most amount of damage dealt by any SMG that we have used so far. So maybe they did slow down the fire rate. I don't know. It felt like it got slowed down. Obviously, double tap helps it out. But I don't know. And I just don't. If that is the case, okay, I really do not like that. I understand why they do it, because, like, I don't want to complain about every gun, and I don't. But I don't want every gun to be amazing, right? Like, obviously, because that's never what Zombies has been about, right? Zombies has never been about, oh, every gun's amazing, every gun is great until, you know, round fucking 100. Like, no, I do not want it to be that way, right? Like, that would make every single video boring that I make, and I just wouldn't make videos then, right? I mean, I just do this for fun, but, like, it wouldn't even be fun to make them, because it'd be like, yeah, this gun's good. It's good. Right? And obviously, as I've explained before, like, SMGs are good within the close range, because you get an extra multiplier upon your damage within whatever the minimum max damage radius is. I don't know what it is for this gun. I don't even think I'm using any damage range extending on this weapon at all. But it's really not that great based off of the attachments I have on it and just how the gun is. It is a pretty small distance. I mean, most SMGs are, but some of them are better than others. This one seems kind of meh when it comes to that. But, however, like I said, it does deal the most damage. It's just the fire rate is slower. So it does end up actually ranking the worst in the KPS average, as you'll see in the statistics at the end. It actually is the worst one we have used so far. I will say the positive, right, with the 60-round mag, with Pack-a-Punch, I think it was like 100 rounds. That's a lot of ammo, especially with how slow the gun fires and how much damage it does deal. It does feel like it's a pretty good amount of ammo. I do not think I ran out of ammo with this gun at all throughout the play session, which I think I've ran out of ammo with every single gun, at least on one occasion, in the SMG category so far. Right, obviously, like I said, negatives. I feel like the fire rate slows down for Pack-a-Punch, and obviously damage to armor, absolute dog shit, but that is every SMG, and even some ARs have a really hard time with that, so that's not really too much of a knock with it. I would prefer we go back to the BO6 system of SMGs just deal a flat rate instead of getting up in their grill, but that's just me. I do not like being up in the zombies' faces, right? But I do think it's actually a good thing that they give that incentive to use SMGs like that because it changes up gameplay. I don't want every gun to feel the same. I don't want every gun to be amazing, right? So, despite all my complaining, right, I don't want every gun to be the same. I don't want it to, like, all be absolutely, oh, this gun's great till health cap. I don't even know when this gun dropped off, honestly, because, like I said, I don't even like being in their face, so it's hard for me to really judge when it dropped off at all because it does deal a lot of damage. So, I don't even really know. But, eventually, we did hit the coveted, the amazing round 50 with the Dravec 45. Statistics will be up on your beautiful fucking screen. All considered, like I said, I don't really like being up in their faces. I'll say this every video with the SMGs, so it's hard for me to really gauge when it dropped off, but I would say it dropped off probably around early to mid 40s, which is better than the rest of the SMGs, at least that I can remember so far. So, all considered, would I suggest running it? Yeah, I mean, if you like a slower hitting gun of any kind, like a slower hard hitting gun, I'd say go for it. I mean, it is a pretty good SMG, all considered. I didn't really have many problems with it, just those minor gripes. But regardless, as always, appreciate you coming out, spending a little bit of your time with me today. I do truly appreciate it. And yeah, as always, hope you guys have a fucking good one.